Here's a list of materials you're going to need to make the tulip pod. I use this velvet yarn from China, which is 4 millimeters thick, and you can check the gauge on the label I'm showing here for more details. But feel free to use any yarn you like. Just keep in mind, the thinner the yarn, the smaller the outcome. For your reference, the finished size of mine is around 13 by 8 by 6 centimeters. Starting from the bottom of the pot, we make a magic ring. Wrap yarn around your index and middle fingers, then hold it with your pinky. Make sure this part intersects. Chain 1. Now we have a ring. Work 7 single crochet into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Count to make sure you've crocheted enough stitches. Pull the short end to close the ring. The first round is done. Now we'll move to the second round. Work 2 single crochet into the first stitch of the previous round. First single crochet. Stop there, use a marker to mark the first stitch of the round. Back to track, work another single crochet into the same stitch. So we have 2 single crochet in the first stitch. Do the same with other stitches, work 2 single crochet into each. When you reach the marker, you finish the second round. Now we'll start the third round. Work 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Always mark the first stitch of each round. Work 2 single crochet into the second stitch. 1, 2, then 1 single crochet into the third stitch. 2 single crochet into the fourth stitch. You can see the pattern repeating like 1, 2, 1, 2. One single crochet into the fifth stitch. Two single crochet into the sixth stitch. Repeat the pattern for the rest. It's time for the fourth round. Work 1 single crochet into the first stitch. 1 single crochet into the second stitch. Two single crochet into the third stitch. The pattern for the third round is 1-1-2. 1 single crochet into the fourth stitch, and 1 in the fifth, and 2 in the sixth. Repeat the pattern of 1-1-2 for the rest. After completing round 4, we move on to round 5. Round 5 is a little special. Here's how we normally insert the hook through stitches. Pull through 2 loops back and front. For this round, we insert the hook through only back loops like this. For the 5th round, we'll just work 1 single crochet into each stitch, but back loops only. We have a line here that is the front loops being exposed, and the work will start to curve up. From round 6 to round 10, which is the next 5 rounds, work 1 single crochet into each stitch. Pull the hook through both front and back loops. End the 10th round with a slip stitch. Cut off the yarn but leave a length of about 20 centimeters. We'll use this tail to soak as soil into the pot later. I used a thinner yarn for the soil part compared to the one I used for the pot to give the pot a curved body. That way it will look cutely chubby. If I use the same type of yarn for both parts, the pot would look straight and flat. However, this is just my personal preference. You don't have to make it complicated like I did. It's completely fine to use one type of yarn for the whole project, and I'm still using 4.5 millimeters hook. The first 2 rounds of the soil are exactly the same as the pot. You can skip to the 3rd round or stay with me to do these 2 rounds. So start with the magic ring. Chain 1. Then work 7 single crochet into the ring. Close the ring. For the 2nd round, work 2 single crochet into each stitch. For the 3rd round, we'll work with only back loops. 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Mark. 2 single crochet into the second stitch. One single crochet into the third stitch. And 2 single crochet into the fourth stitch. The pattern of this round is 1 2 1 2, same as the third round of the pot, but with only back loops. After 3 rounds, this is what my work looks like. We continue to work with back loops for the fourth round. Work 2 single crochet, 1 into each of the first 2 stitches. Two single crochet into the third stitch. The pattern of this round is 1 1 2. To mimic the bumpy look of soil, I included this extra step. You can skip it if it's too much hassle. Work 1 slip stitch into the marked stitch. Chain 2. You see the front loops being exposed here? From now on, we'll insert the hook through them. Slip stitch into the nearest front loops from the hook. Chain 2. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Repeat the pattern of slip stitch, chain 2, until you reach the last front loop. Cut off the yarn and pull the short end through the center. The soil part is done. Now we're sewing the last round of the soil, round 4, to the last round of the pot, round 10. Thread the yarn tail we left earlier when crocheting the pot through a yarn needle. But before sewing, let me tell you a tip for a seamless edge. Don't pull the needle through both front and back loops like this. Only pull through the front loops. Now sew stitch by stitch like I'm doing here. See? Seamless. When you're halfway through, stuff the pot. Then sew up the remaining part. This is how I finish it off to keep any yarn ends from showing. Let's move to the tulips. The first 2 rounds of the tulips are exactly the same as those of the pot. Start with a magic ring, chain 1, then work 7 single crochet into the ring. Work 2 single crochet into each stitch for the second round of the tulips. From round 3 to round 6, which is the next 4 rounds, work 1 single crochet into each stitch. End the last round with a slip stitch. Then cut off the yarn but leave a length of about 10 centimeters. Make 3 tulips. Move on to the leaf part. We start with a slip knot. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Work 1 single crochet into the chain next to the hook. Then 1/2 double crochet into the next chain. Work 3 single crochet into the last chain. First single crochet. Second. And third. Work 1/2 double crochet into the stitch on the opposite side. One single crochet into the next stitch. Work 1 slip stitch into the very first stitch. One leaf is done, make 3 leaves. Now that we've already had all parts of a tulip, we're gonna put them together. Here I have 3 stems with 10.5 centimeters in length to make branches. And another FYI, you can use the velvet yarn for the whole project, but to me it looks a bit tacky when I use it to make the branches. Like you can see here on the pink pot compared to the purple one. That's why I use a thinner yarn to wrap around the stem. First, insert the stem into the center of the tulip bud. Then glue it. Stuff the bud. Using a yarn needle to close the bud and form a tulip shape. Next, wrap green yarn around the branch. When you're halfway through, attach the leaf. Secure the end. The whole tulip is successfully formed. Now it's time to arrange the tulip stems in the pot. Just place them however you like. Decorate the pot based on your preference. For me, I add tiny boughs to make it cuter, and here how I add them.